Okay, so the way this project came about was in 2005 I was on a fellowship called the Japan-US Friendship Commission Fellowship, where I was in Japan for about 7 months. And during that time in Tokyo, I had the privilege of meeting Hideo Arai, who is a dancer, site-specific performance artist. And we did a couple jams together, and I really liked his impulses and his instincts and his sense of humor. So I always thought, now this is somebody who's really got a lot to engage with, to interact with. And we did a short project at that time at the end of September 2005, 4 days, boom, 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 in a studio apartment, and showed it to the public. And then I returned to the United States. So this time around, okay, so what happened was that within the same fellowship time period, I was just about to leave Tokyo, and I did a lecture at the Asian American Research Organization, and I met Nobuko Awaya, who was very interested in dance, and then she told me about this house, the Chihan-an house, 200 years old, and she just wanted me to stop by just to see it. She said she was starting to just get the idea of artists coming through as her grandfather Chihan had done, to give them little retreats, sources of inspiration. And so I stopped by for just a weekend in 2005, and she had invited me to perform dance here. And I said, if you want a dance to be performed in this space, we got to get the queen of site-specific, Leah Stein, my friend and collaborator in Philadelphia. And Leah is someone I've known for 20 years. We've collaborated together for a long time. So, 2 years go by, and I thought, okay, let's write a grant for this. So I did. I wrote a grant and was able to receive just enough money to start an exploratory process. So I asked Hideo to come in to the collaboration, and Leah to come from Philadelphia, and Nobuko to provide space for 3 weeks. And I had also at that time worked with Mika Kimura, a vocalist. So it was a chance to bring all of these people, places, memories, fantasies together, to see where the crossroads or intersections might turn into magic, I suppose. I had heard so many oral histories, so many stories from Nobuko about her family, Chihan, her grandfather, her own mother, the birth of herself and her ancestors in the back room, and how the doors being shut on the other side were the menfolk playing go. And that image really, the image stayed with me. The birth, the messiness, the blood, and kind of animal instinct on the female side. And then behind the very thin fusuma wall were menfolk doing something that was very calculated, gridded, geometric, perhaps coming from thinking. So I thought this house had a lot of potential, both from an energy point of view, ancestral point of view, the visual doors going in and out and things seen and not seen, and then bodies. Who are they? Where did they come from? And what dramas do they evoke? And maybe as a footnote, I will add that for me, as someone who grew up in both the United States and Japan, equally as a child, the fact that the Izu Peninsula is the site of Shimoda, the port where the black ships from the US came in and broke the 250 years of Japanese isolation, at which point Japanese centralized culture, kabuki, ukiyo-e, woodblock print as we know it, started to disintegrate, summarize, broke apart, and Western culture, or US culture, started to come in. So that was kind of a turning point on this peninsula, in this geography. So for me, it's more in the backdrop. The American black ships coming in, Japan doing an overnight change, but important. So very personal, energetic, and historical. And I just wanted to bring these people together. Yeah. I wanted Leah to meet Hideo and Mika and Nobuko and Iwasa-san and everybody, and see Japan for the first time.